Hello YouTube. Today I am doing another spray paint finish paint job. This time on an 88 RX7. I'm not a professional. None of this is gonna be professional. I'm not professional with bodywork or anything, but a lot of this car is gonna be replaced. The only thing really staying are the doors, fenders, and hood, but it's gonna get new bumpers, eventually a trunk lid, and it's gonna get real bodywork and a real paint job years down the line. So for now, the objective is to get something that looks good enough to drive, but anyone that looks at it can tell, it was probably done in some dude's garage. I'm gonna try to record the whole process. This time, I learned a few things from when I painted my pickup truck, particularly that these cans only like to spray in the vertical position. So I removed the large masses where I would need to hold the paint can horizontal, the hood and trunk. So I'll paint those on the side and hopefully we'll get a little bit better of a finish. I'm going with a Ford granite crystal metallic. The original color on this was a gray. You're never gonna find the exact color if you're working on a vehicle this old, unless you have someone make it, which is a lot more money. But stay tuned and we'll see what we can do. One thing I should mention before moving forward, the proper way to do this would be to use, well, as proper as you can get, would be to use this primer and go through everything, sand it down, wet sand it, and really make sure everything's smooth. There's only a few parts that are definitely gonna stay with the car, some of the fenders, doors, hood, and trunk lid. So I may use that for those parts. And also, if you're doing skirts, body kits, anything, typically you'll want those off to paint it so you know you're getting under it, especially if they're gonna be removable or something you wanna take off in the future, make it easier to paint, but none of that will apply to this. Really, I think getting this thing any paint job just where it looks fine for now before we do the real body work and paint shop. All right, everything is prepped. I do have some respirators. I don't know, masks, whatever those are. I don't know how well it's gonna work. So I am gonna paint with the door at least halfway, 3/4 open. So this car will have a nice gray with pollen yellow flake to it. And that's okay because this paint job's only for a year or two. So we'll see how it works out. It's not ideal, but I value what's left of my lungs. That's the first layer. Pretty much that's what it's gonna look like. Unless you're painting over like a lighter base, that's about all the coverage you're gonna see. And you just want a dusting. You just want enough so the next layer will have something to stick to. So repeat that on the whole car and just keep shaking your can up. Be patient, don't rush. It's not gonna spray like a spray gun, but that's why you're watching this video, because you're either too cheap for a compressor or you don't have space. So because I'm the only one recording and doing everything, I'm going to use my glasses and I'm mainly just going to show you every process on the car, but I'm going to show you on the hood and trunk. This is kind of the pieces that matter more to me anyway, so I'm really going to show you the proper as it gets way to do this. So the first coat, if you're not using primer, you want to do a super light dusting, and you really just want to make sure that it's light enough of a coat where the next coats are going to have something consistent to stick to. These have a very small spray pattern, so you need to kind of be careful with it to blend everything, but I'll kind of show you. If you can see how light of a coat that actually is, pretty much you want to do that for everything. You're hardly going to notice anything, especially if you're doing a color like gray over a darker color. But just trust the process, let it dry and get nice and tacky. Also make sure you don't get overspray on shit you care about. Alright, so I kind of skipped ahead a little bit, but there's really not much to it. I hit it with the primer first. I know I said some things I wasn't gonna prime, sorry, but the darker spots it's just easier, and it's scratch fill primer, so it'll just help the process a little bit. Don't go crazy with it unless you actually need it. I was gonna skip it, but I really do need it. Anyway, so once you do your primer, your second coat of this, you wanna start to mist a little bit more, but same thing, you're not gonna have consistent coverage, not until the third or fourth coat, which I'll show you how we do that. But basically, do the same thing I showed you for the first coat that I started to do on the hood and everything, but beef it up a little bit. So for the first coat, you wanna just do a nice light dusting. Nice small sweeps. It's a very small nozzle, spray nozzle, so don't try to make it anything it's not. Just hazy coverage. Don't worry about the stripes or lines, it'll all go away. So for your last coat, you want to keep it really wet without making drips, and you're gonna have to section things off, and you're doing that because this is a very small spray. It's not meant for doing cars, but you're doing it anyway. So I'm gonna do this first kind of half of this fender, small sections, and then at the end you kind of want to mist it to blend it together. So nice small, you're holding pretty close. Try to record this as best I can. It might not look perfect. So you're getting as even coverage as possible. Once you clear coat everything too, it'll really tie everything together, but small sections. Okay, so the base coat is done. Everything's relatively consistent. You'll still see a little bit of lines, but that's what the clear coat's for. Not to be discouraging, but I have noticed the last few times I've done this, the quality of this Duplicolor, no matter where you source it from, AutoZone, O'Reilly's, Advanced, CarQuest, eBay, Amazon, the quality's really going down. Usually maybe half of the ones I get will have a good spray and out of the box aren't used, and a lot of them you'll go to spray it and it just Google's gunks up. So I mean, not to be discouraging, but don't expect perfection, mainly for that reason. And it almost ends up not being cheaper than spraying it. And also, I mean, this takes like hours. I've been at this for probably about 3 hours. You got to think you're doing all the work that you would with the spray gun, but you're using cans, so you're spraying a lot slower, but you still got to do all the prep work the same for the most part. So just something to keep in mind. But I'm going to show you the clear in a bit. I'm going to let this dry and go get some fresh air, and I'll show you to do the clear. This is the clear I'm going to be using, and it's going to hopefully take this hot garbage to shiny hot garbage. So with these, you want to, there's a little cap on the bottom. You press it in, slam it down, and shake it for about a minute. That's the hardener. Once you do that, you got to use the can. You can't store it. I think they say you can store it for like a day or two. Just use the whole can. And you really want to wear a mask for this shit. You should be wearing a mask for everything. But so for this, it's pretty generous as far as the self-leveling, so don't worry too much about that, but you just want nice consistent coverage. And you're going to do probably 3 coats of this. Don't freak out if at first, you know, you'll see lines still. You're going to see lines with this stuff. Pretty much the more you spray it, the more it's going to start to level itself out. But just be consistent, don't overload it. And pretty much just do that until your little heart is happy, because the more you do this, the shinier it's going to get. All right, so about 3 coats of clear. Here's how we're looking. Still a lot to go, a lot of inconsistencies. It's really hard to see with this lighting. And I imagine if any of y'all actually attempt this after watching this, y'all probably aren't going to have the best lighting either. So the best thing you do is just keep using every can of paint until you run out. Again, make sure you wear a respirator. If you haven't worked with this stuff before, you're going to feel it right away. But yeah, just keep consistent, stay with it, and keep spraying. Okay, folks, we have about 4.5, maybe 5 coats of paint on here. So it's not perfect. This is not a perfect paint job. Anyone trying this at home can do it 10 times better than me. I like literally, seriously, just try it. The good thing about this paint, this hardened paint, is after 48 to 72 hours, go ahead, give it a wash, and then do a nice wet sand cut and buff, and you'll be able to actually get a deep shine. You can see, you know, the orange peel and all the stuff through the paint. It's not perfect. None of this is perfect, but the goal is to have it shine, you know, at least look like better than when you started. You know, it looks better than your neighbor down the street that's got like 40 roosters. You know, his spray painted Civic, you want this to look better. So I'd say that's about what you get out of this. At least it looks better than that weird dude's Honda Civic. So all right, here it is, completed out in the sun. It's not perfect, needs a lot of body work. In a few days I'll do a nice cut and buff, but there's the kind of glossy, nice hardened finish you get with these Rattle cans. Definitely shines up better than typical spray paint, especially if you use that 2K clear. And you know, after a few days letting it harden, you can really do a deep wet sand and a nice polish, and you'd be pretty surprised what you can do with these spray cans. It's not perfect, you know, it needs a lot of different panels and a lot of different things, but it's better than what was there. The side skirts look better to cover my attempt at the body work, and it's not bad for what it was. I'll put some before pictures just so you see what I'm dealing with, what I was dealing with. I'd be a lot more comfortable driving this around town. It looks pretty decent from 50 feet away. So, but yeah, any questions, just ask. I'll do a video in a few days of the cut and buff.